Alright. So let's do command add dp Shinobu Sabito Ren Goku ED Eno What's going on, Trifon? Who else? Base Senatsu, no. I might do some ranting this stream. Let's see. I think that covers the characters that I'd need for that list. Alright, so that's switching. What else is there? I know I left myself some notes. Let's see, transfer. That. Crystal! You trying to be included on stream? Alright. Crystal is here, everybody. Say hi.
Hello, chat. 'Tis I, your favorite spider demon.
It is the Ruli in the flesh. Okay. So I'm gonna try and cover some topics that I have neglected to put videos out on, and maybe if I can do them in live format, I can get them out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
That was an interesting detail. Parry, push, block, counter heavies, dashing. That's bothersome. Is there anything in relation to the heavies? Okay, so I think one of the main things. Like, so there was a video that I was meant to make, and it was either going to be called Why I Love Murata, but I Can't Play Him in Demon Slayer 2. Or instead of focusing solely on Murata, who's going to list off all the characters that I love in DS2, but I can't play. The purpose for that video is let me actually remove this for now. And the purpose for that video was to outline some of the characters that I really do love. There's unique things about them for sure, but there's like one or two things that is just holding them back from me wanting to play them. Edie Zen isn't really on that list. Yeah, he's an odd character, but he isn't a character I really prioritize playing for now. So let's start with my GOAT. Let's start with my GOAT Murata. Alright, so with Murata, let me go over some of the things that I think are really strong about him in DS2. My first reactions to seeing Murata, like, I was wondering if the DS2 devs maybe caught like a peek of my notes from somebody or somewhere, but essentially, he's gotten a few favors. There's some universal things. So universally, characters can do multiple air combos now, and that helps his damage output in general. Although the universally as well, tilt skills do not usually make great starters if it's a fast or a simple tilt skill. There are some exceptions to the rule, but Murata, try as you might, you're not going to get a whole lot, so you probably want to keep it simple if you're getting a tilt skill starter. You can get you a little 32, but not a whole lot. But there are some conversions that just do great damage for what Murata is used to. This, for example. That was unheard of damage for Murata solo at a certain point. Like, not even his old optimal isn't even the optimal anymore. It's close, but it spends more meter and it doesn't do as much damage, so yeah, he has a new optimal. And then to my total surprise, they added a charged version of his neutral skill. Charged version of his neutral skill so that you can get a hard knockdown and send the opponent flying. They gave him a new version of his ult that goes really far. So that's really cool. So his damage increased, his mobility technically increased, based on like how they, adjusted certain things. On block, his water wheel and his water basin, they're better at pressuring, and then there's more variation. And then more importantly, out of all of his changes, to me, they made his cheer cancelable for free into movement. You can also cancel it into skills. Now, if it were me, I would have gone the extra mile and made it so cancelable that you could have, like, skill, cheer, skill, and then have that combo. That currently doesn't work, but if it did work, I'd be having a field day. Well, I mean, what was there? I think you can. I think there was something. No? Am I tripping? I might be thinking of Project V. Yeah, no. Like it's not enough hit stun to really convert. If you get like a juggle, you could go into normals, but that's just for style points. It's not really gonna do you any favors. My current main problem though is that as much as Murata has improved in DS2, the way that DS2 is designed makes him playing him as a point character once again obsolete. Like in DS1, this version of Murata would be goated. Like I'd love this in DS1. Like, this would be great. But in DS2, his cheer, so you can cheer and you can replenish your support gauge. Now, that's pretty okay if you can get the full thing, and then get the recharge going. But mid combo. Let me see. I might have missed some messages. Apples is here. What's going on, Apples? Murata finally has a worthy opponent now that Muzan's joining. Facts. But one of the things that I wanted to be able to do was to be able to utilize Murata's cheer mid combo, and replenish potentially after combos or during combos or whatever the case is. So maybe I call the assist mid combo, and then I keep it going, replenished a little bit with the cheer, right? There's no point of doing that if you call them early. If you call them early, then you'll just replenish the assist throughout the duration of the combo. So it's just been just the waste your bar. So I did miss that last hit, but like I was already like 60% of the way charged calling him early. So then maybe what I can do is wait till the end of the combo to start cheering, get a hard knockdown. Yeah. I mean, you could, but that doesn't really get you anything. Especially with, sometimes you'd be cheering because you wanted to be able to switch off of Murata for less cost. But in this version of the game, you can switch completely for free as long as you get a hard knockdown. So if you got that hard knockdown, then you can switch for free. So I don't need to cheer to replenish that. And then what's more is that if that's the case and I want to use the assist for something combo related, why did I not just use the new combo extension? And then free switch. You know? Like, I find it more and more difficult to find a situation where the cheer, outside of trying to be annoying, run away and cheer, and just get the assist back just a little bit faster. I can't think of that many situations where it's gonna be useful. What's more, another situation where I'd want to be able to do the like, in a perfect world, you'd be able to combine these things, because it's like, okay, if I can now use this fancy new switch and I have Murata, why don't I cheer, get my fancy switch, extend the combo? That would be a valid use of cheer, but it's an impossible use of cheer for some reason. You can't get the team combo extension the way that the moves interact, it's as if the opponent needs to be both in hit stun and you need to be in the middle of an attack for it to work. Is there an example of a move that you can do? I don't think that there is. Is there an example of me being in a neutral state, not attacking, and being able to extend? I don't believe so. Try as I might, when I start walking, even though the opponent's still in hit stun, I can't use that combo extension. W subscription. I appreciate your apples, I truly do. So why even cheer anymore for style? I mean, yeah, you could for style, but like functional uses of cheer may be few and far between. Like maybe niche examples, but there's not really any good reason to cheer mid combo. There are, you know, routes that are possible that aren't as expensive anymore, but it's still not great. Or it's still expensive, or whatever the case is. But long-winded way of saying, in DS2, if Murata could cheer and combo extend, team combo extend, that would be massive, because then you have a character that can greatly reduce the cost of extending combos and then call an assist mid combo if you wanted to for extra damage. But he can't do that because his cheer cancels on block, or when you block. It doesn't count as a hitbox. So I could probably do that, but I can't actively cheer while getting the combo extension. So you understand what I'm saying? It's a complete missed opportunity for the application of cheer. Like, I can't do the new thing with cheer, which the new thing kind of overwrites some of the utility that cheer would have had. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I like him cheer and immediately switching, but yeah, no combo extension is oof. Yeah. It just feels like a missed opportunity. And like a really simple missed opportunity that applies oftentimes with DPs. One of my main gripes with DS2 is that certain concepts just don't seem to have meshed well. Either removing capability from DS1 or creating limitations to newer capabilities. The heavies, for example. I'm not super mad at the new input, but the new way that they have heavies designed, I just did a heavy input there. You can't do off of up combo, which I wish you could do that on command, because it would be nice to be able to cancel into a heavy instead of a dash here. You can do the heavy cancel off of your normals, that's fine, that'll work. But there are other situations where if you did a raw heavy input, like I just did, you're gonna get a dash. Now, I have learned that if you hold a direction, you can force a heavy to come out. but that's not something the game teaches you. And it is still an odd way of solving that issue. But yes, you can use a direction input to make sure that you get your heavy and you get your heavies with combo. But now we're gonna start into getting into more complicated territories, right? Because for example, right now I can heavy and I can switch. I can heavy, I can switch, I can start attacking with my secondary character. What happens if I try and do that mid-combo? Problem one, a block and a assist input is in that sequence. So if I don't time things correctly or there's certain overlaps of inputs, then I will get a team switch. Understand, I'm trying to do a heavy into the switch into attacks of some sort. Alright? So there's that overlap where if I did the regular heavy input, I would get a dash. Right? So now I have to hold the direction. Hold the direction, now I switch, now I can do it. Right? Kind of overcomplicates the whole thing, and it makes it so that it's very easy to get things that you don't want. I can either end up dashing with my point character, I can either end up getting the team combo switch, or hopefully, if I time things amazingly, I can get what I wanted to do. Right? And that's for a tilt skill. In a scenario like cheering to switch, I have to once again time it so that it's one after another, so I avoid getting that team switch. Which I really wish there wasn't any overlap there. This music is a bop. I'll try and make note of it so that when I actually make the video, then it will play song. Multi-blood, type Lumina. Alright, so I'm gonna save that real quick and then restart the song. Yep. So there's a lot of ways to get these inputs wrong. Let's see how fast I can summarize what I just said. Alright? DS2 has a lot of new features. They rewrote the input for the heavy. They rewrote the input for the parry. Ooh! I didn't even get into that. But leaving that alone for a bit. There's the grab as well. What if I have a sequence where I want to switch? I want to switch and grab the opponent. So, say let's give a simple sequence. I do a slash. I want to switch. I want to go into a grab. Yomi has a much more damaging grab, a much more long-range grab, right? So that's the sequence I want. Slash, switch, grab. Maybe I'll have okay luck if I... No, I do not. Yeah, it's a toss-up here. And mind you, I'm only being successful in it as I am because I'm starting in a position where I'm not in the hit stun yet. So if I started attacking first, oh, this is not going to be fun. I want to grab. I want to switch into a grab. All right. I want to switch into a grab. I want to switch to a grab. All right. I want to switch into a grab. That one's possible. That one's a lot more possible. But it does take a lot more conscious thinking of like this timing and everything like that. And it's not in like a skillful way, it's just in a confusing one. It seems like the combo extension mechanic changes the switch grab for the new game entirely. Tough. Yeah, there's just a lot more to be aware of when you're doing your inputs. So let's go to Shinobu as my next example. Because there are other problems. Actually, no, not yet. Let me... Yeah, no, I'm not done with Murata. My fault. Because I didn't talk about the boost. In Demon Slayer 1, one of my favorite things to do with Murata is the fact that he can solo switch. So... come on. There we go. So in Demon Slayer 1, that's something I'm really good at. In Demon Slayer 2, that's something that you can't really be good at. Reason being is that off of boost, they made the recovery of boost a lot longer. The byproduct of that, I'm fine with that in neutral. Like, that's fine. You know, if you boost, then you can get punished. That's fine. To me, I think in combos that shouldn't be a thing, because that just stifles my creativity. I want to be able to get my launch, continue my combo. I used to have multiple options for this in DS1, but this is just not available in DS2. I also had the ability to get switches like... well, the hitboxing of that is different. Let's see. I don't think it's possible. Let's see. It's possible to use an assist to boost mid combo. Absolutely, it is. But some of these options that I have to use feel limiting relative to what I could do in DS1. Okay, but yeah, you could definitely use the assist to boost mid combo, but yeah, it feels like, hey, you know, you're forced to use it in that way. So that's also something that I'm not super happy with. Some characters had good launches that they could solo extend. Like, it would look like that, except it was just the solo character. But that's also not super available. Again, if it's in mid combo or not in a combo, then yeah, I get it, but yeah. Nobu is still in an odd place balance-wise. But the main thing that you would get out of me if things were the way I want in DS2 is the ability to do this. DP switch. Right? It's like, what are you talking about, Sorryman? You just did it. Like, you're complaining about the thing that you just did? Well, I can sort of do it here when I haven't started the combo yet. But it's a different can of worms if the combo has started. Because you remember this? This is now a nearly impossible to get sequence. Because there's just so many things going on. You're dealing with a aerial attack that you have to switch in the early frames of that requires a block input in the middle of, and switching in the early frames of that move likely will lead to the team switch. So what do? This doesn't feel like a, hey, you can't do this because you're not supposed to be able to do this. This feels like just an oversight. That is still possible, but is just massively more difficult because of the way that the game's controls are. What's going on, Bill? I'm not sure. And if you can't do something consistently, then it's like, what are we doing? And I don't think that there is a way to, besides just manually timing it, get that consistent. Hydrate. Hydrated. And it bugs me so. Am I seeing that Muzan is coming Thursday? Is that what just got reported to me? Muzan is coming Thursday. That's crazy. Most likely will be Wednesday for NA. Ah, ah, ah. I hate it here. I love it here, but I hate it here. I hope there's a balance patch. Oh my days. Oh my days. Trailer? Nah. Muzan trailer, y'all lying. Y'all lying right now. Oh my days. Yeah, Maskus just dropped something in announcements. No.
So it says Thursday. What Thursday?
This
It could be.
Thursday, the 18th.
We don't know that.
That's what the tweet's saying.
So the one I'm looking at is the one Unk Nation dropped. You got to pull it up on your stream.
I'm about to watch the trailer. Okay. Okay.
I just asked you a question.
I thought I answered the question.
No, I asked you, did you have it up on your stream? I see it now.
It being a pronoun that I thought was referring to the trailer.
Huh?
It didn't specify if we were talking about the tweet or the trailer. I thought you were talking about the trailer.
Oh,
All
here's
right.
a trailer. Pull up the trailer.
That's what I'm doing. I'm getting mixed. Okay.
5 minutes ago. I'm about to hit the like button, but I didn't watch it yet.
Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. So this is the display. Don't want that for now. I want to do. Let's do web view. Let's do Discord. No. Let's do Discord on this
It
one.
have
Hold on. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing yet. Why
ain't
am I
nothing to
like this?
tell. I was just saying they should
Oh
have a
my.
Michael Jackson theme.
Why is Discord like this? All right. All right. So let me grab this one. Is it a full display? Is it a full display? Why is my thing like this?
So Mask made the announcement, and once again, I did not get the ping.
Why is this not displaying on my stream?
I'm feeling how short the trailer is like 30 seconds. Every trailer you
Cry-
see is 30 seconds to a minute.
Crystal, don't tell me anything about this trailer.
Sorry, man. I'm not. Just listen to what I'm saying. I
I am
said
listening to
villain
what you're
Hosher.
saying. Yes,
You didn't.
I don't want to hear how long it is. I don't want to hear anything yet. I'm just trying to get it on stream. I'm
Bruh.
struggling.
All right.
All right, where is my thing? All right. Yeah, like what? Why is it doing that? All right, do I have to use a window capture? Would that be what does it? Okay, a window capture will do it. And then make sure that the window capture has sound.
Oh, where's the tweet? I know there's a tweet for it. No one uses. Never mind.
So I'm gonna lower this because I imagine it's gonna be really loud on stream. All right, so y'all ready, chat? Here we go. Actually, pause, because why am I not in 1080?
Yeah, unfortunately, videos don't start off in 1080.
もうすぐ私は日の光を浴びても死なない完全なる存在となるのだ。
Crazy work that the chat can barely hear.
神戸を垂れてつくばへ平服せよ。忌々しいやつめ、この私が始末してやる。
Oh my god.
二度と私の視界に入るな。愚かで無意味な虫けらどもめが
It made him look real nice.
存在となるのだ。神戸を垂れてつくばへ平服せよ。忌々しいやつめ、この私が始末してやる。二度と私の視界に入るな。愚かで無意味な虫けらどもめが
That is indeed nasty work as far as the teaser trailer, though.
And then there's 3 more lackeys behind them.
Ugh.
It's gonna be peak.
Ah, this is
Seemed
crazy.
like they gave bro a standing ovation for this one.
This is crazy. This is crazy. So yeah, Muzan is coming this week. Hee hee.
Mm.
Oh, why am I so stressed? Hmm.
So, if that's the Japanese Twitter, Does that mean that we're getting moves on Wednesday?
Yeah, that's included in the message. That for NA, it might be Wednesday. Bro.
It says it be decided that it will be released on Thursday, September 18th. So that would be Wednesday night for us. Oh shoot.
This is crazy.
I hope a patch is dropping too.
All right. Well, that's interesting. All right. So, is there an event tomorrow? Tuesday? I don't think so. Tuesday is 16th. Let me just check my notes real quick. There's something on Thursday. I don't think anything on Tuesday. But back to what I was saying. With Shinobu, it's like it's so much more difficult to execute that kind of sequence now. Like you have to perfectly time it to where you can't get your I need some of these rules to be more clearly defined too. Like why can't I team switch here now? Is there a specific reason? Is it because they gave no, I'm wrong about that. I thought they had given it armor. Yeah, back to the scheduled programming. Like how I don't even know how I got that. And I don't think it's possible to really get this consistently or reliably online. Which is unfortunate because it's like one of my favorite things to do as Shinobu. She does not herself do a whole lot of damage, but if you can get that poison early on and then get your other character to do said damage, it's a pretty cool sequence. And then I can't extend that because why? It just feels like missed opportunities in certain areas for sure. I made a command to remind myself. So let's see. BP. Sabito.
ただ前に進むのみ鬼殺隊
So with Sabito, one, his tilt skill scales heavily, but scales heavily in a way that like it's just beyond me. It is a struggle to get 3,000 damage. For comparison, Murata, who is known to not do a whole lot of damage, like in a traditional sense, like I can get above 3,000. I can get 3,200. That's not hard. And matter of fact, that's me lowballing it. Right? I can get 3,600. You know, if I get everything out of what I'm trying to do. I can get this. Right? Compare that with Sabito. Oh, not 3,000. Nope, even less. Barely. Nope. You guys see what I'm talking about here? Like, he does not do damage, and it's odd. Because why does he not do damage? One of his greatest utilities, and it does not do damage. Additionally, his heavy, known for being one of the fastest heavies in DS1, is still one of the fastest heavies in DS2, but if there's this whole dash on it, it's not really... It's a dash and then a fast heavy, but the dash kind of eliminates the speed element of that. Unless you're standing right here, the speed of the heavy is not going to... The point being, like, okay, if you're pushing in at me, I can't heavy as a, hey, stop approaching me. It's my heavy is now an approach you. So he loses that aspect of, oh, you want to approach me? You ran right into a heavy. That can't really happen. He no longer has the ability to extend off the DP. You used to be able to call your assist after the DP or switch, but you can't do that. For whatever reason, they hard-coded it to make it so that even on hit, you can't get switches, you can't get assists. I didn't hear an answer. An answer to what? Is there an event tomorrow? I'm not sure how to move it forward. Okay, I got you. I can get Jam the roll. Or did... No, I think I already gave Jam the roll. Did I not? Let me see. Check for Jam. Oh, oopsies. All right, so members, Jam. All right, I gave it to him. But yeah, I don't think there's a W follow, Jam. Appreciate you coming through. You waited for his name to be brought up for the follow. I love it. But yeah, I don't think that there's an event tomorrow. Stated. I mean, if somebody wants to host one, or so cool. Uh, but next thing I see on the slate is for Thursday, and then on Wednesdays, Wave usually does this thing with the Wednesday night fights or uh it slips my mind what the series is called, but he usually gets sets on Wednesdays. So that's the nearest thing. Not gonna lie, I just joined. I got on my lunch break. Sure, Jam. Sure. Should I call you Jam or Jam World? Let me know. But I've been ranting about some of the limitations that I've been feeling about Demon Slayer. Stuff like Murata not being able to use the new combo extension after cheer. Like that feels like a huge missed opportunity. And it's like because cheer can be canceled by blocking, or because he's not in an active attack frame. Jam Jam. Is it specifically twice? Jam Jam? Oh my days. Can call me Jam. Alright, bet. So Sabito, he can't call his assist after his DP anymore, which when his damage already has been limited in some odd ways, feels especially limiting. So I'm at 2000 damage here. Imagine if I could extend that. Well, I probably still wouldn't get a whole lot, I'm not gonna lie to you. But at least would have been at least a little bit more. You know what I mean? But I can't even extend that. It's just the combo is done. Maybe if I called like a really long assist from beforehand. But yeah. Sabito's damage is cooked. And then because there's some variability that you can't control with his heavy, it's like you don't really have the ability to like reset and make them fearful of being guard broken like you used to. Feels like just a weird toss up. Not to mention I just did a heavy input and I dashed. Oh my days. Alright, so I have to hold the direction so that I don't end up dashing off of it. And it looks the same, so it's so confusing. So there was Sabito. DP. Rengoku isn't really a long rant. Actually, let me... Here we go for Academy Rengoku. So his heavy and his DP, right? I love switch tech mechanics, right? I don't need the invincibility of switch tech. That's fine. I don't need that, like, all the time. But I do want the flexibility of being able to mix things up and just throw my assist at people. I don't know. I feel like fully charged heavies not being able to switch off of is... I can understand it, but with something like this, I would love to be able to switch into another character here. I would especially love to be able to switch into a new character off the DP, since that's like very low scaling damage. This feels like a great TOD setup of some sort. A great way to get good damage. But because there's no way to call your assist, there's no way to get the new team switch here, you're just stuck. You can do this, but it just feels the 2 extra hits, you know, it kills the whole thing. Another thing, and I'm gonna go back to Shinobu. Another thing that they did to the game was that they made down combos both build meter, but something that they did to let me get Zenitsu actually. Ooh. Forgot to turn my music back on. Let's try another song. Alright, y'all can vibe out with that now. I actually probably don't want the waveform on screen. Oh, is it directly on here? It is. Yeah, let's take the waveform off, because then I'm gonna play music and then it's not gonna sync up. Alright, so with Shinobu, something about her down combo was that it didn't immediately end the combo if it was a juggle. It actually would bounce the opponent and you would be able to the combo after that. That's not a thing anymore. And I'm pretty sure I understand why, but I don't like it all the same. So if you didn't know, down combos build a big chunk of meter when you complete them. It doesn't have to fully hit, it just has to come out. But something they did to the game in response to that is that they made it very difficult for anyone to solo extend off of a down combo. It's just not there. That was something that she was able to do in Demon Slayer. Likewise, Zenitsu, off of a down combo, he could air spin. Arguably, and this is like one of the weirdest looking things, it looks like that air spin hits. I feel like they need to improve practice mode. Yeah, I mean, Demon Slayer could definitely use an overhaul in that regard. That would be breaking new ground as far as anime games go, for sure. It's time to raise the bar. The bar has been raised, only by a little, but it has been raised, but there's plenty more to go. It is cool that they now offer, the display on both sides, the ability to set 1 gauge or 2 gauges, to be able to set individual health amounts. There are some cool things. This Gears menu, I wish it was at the end, so I won't be using it. Is there anything new here? I think this is pretty much the same here. But yeah, solo extensions of down combo are super rare. That said, when you do extend a down combo, it's pretty rewarding. And I feel like there could have been a better balance here. Some way, somehow. So down combo, I got Murata to help me. I'm gonna get a down combo again. I build like 50% of my special gauge. That's a lot. And that makes it so that maybe on my next conversion, I can get a bar. If I was really good with Zenitsu, maybe I could even get that bar and then ultimate at the end of that second combo, you know? That's possible. So let's say... I'm bad at the game. Alright, so let's... Right? And that would be a two-touch sequence. You know, I probably should have... Alright, chat, I got you. Without fail, I got you. I don't think I'm gonna do enough damage, actually. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do enough. I also didn't get that extra Murata hit either. Oh. I was so close. Let's see. Alright, that'll do it. Sorry, I had to lock in and be good at the game for just a second. Right, so there's potential with getting like down combo for conversions to like farm meter rather than go for like a crazy optimal to get as much damage out of like loops or whatever the case is. Hold on, again, I'm bad at the game. I'm bad at the game. Say it with me, chat. Sorryman's bad at the game. He's bad at the game. Actually, is Zenitsu kind of busted? Let me find out. Let me find out. Let me find out. Alright, fair. That's fine. I mean, I wasn't expecting that to do that much, but that's fine. All right, so yeah, point there being that it's a shame that you can't solo extend where you used to be able to in Demon Slayer 1. Again, I get it considering how much meter that down combo can build, but it feels like I want the option still. Maybe you nerf how much Zenitsu builds for that in lieu for him to be able to just do it by himself. I don't know. Have you found a natural TOD? It's not a TOD. That's like a two-touch. Like a meter efficient two-touch. But like it wasn't a TOD. It was just seeing what builds decent enough meter with Zenitsu. So just focusing on the meter build, you know. But the limitations of this game really do bug me. I can't even display, like, when it comes to ED Zenitsu, I know the character is kind of like gets on people's nerves, but Muzan is coming on the 18th. Yes, I heard. We did just discuss it a little bit earlier. I had the image up briefly. Let me show you again. But yeah, I definitely saw. Shmoopy, what's going on? How's your day? You excited for Muzan? Let me know. Tell me about it. With ED Zenitsu, my favorite conversion was being able to call the assist off of this DP. And because it was off the DP and the DP juggled in a certain way, it was a consistent way for me to get my mid combo boost. But I can't do that anymore because they made it so that DPs can't call assists. So you can still get similar conversions, but they aren't nearly as reliable. And that makes me sad. Also, there's a bug and the assist doesn't move when you call him. You wonder what he'll play like? Yeah, it's really interesting. Have you seen the trailer? There's a trailer. Let me just drop that in the chat if you haven't seen it. At least I hope that's the Muzan trailer. Imagine I just sent you something crazy. Yeah, it's the Muzan trailer. Okay. Yeah, Jam. You didn't see? The Muzan is there's a trailer for Muzan. I know I was just asking if I know a TOD with Zenitsu specifically or just in the game, because if you're talking about in the game, boy, have I got a statement for you. Yeah, let me know if you're talking about Zenitsu or if you're talking about just in the game, because if you're talking about in the game, I'm I'm gonna be real surprised. Or maybe you're being more specific about natural TOD. I don't know what a natural TOD means. Like, does that mean just a possible TOD? Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. I'm sorry, this music is just groovy. Anybody got any questions? I've been ranting about some of these characters for a little bit. You got questions about Genya? What you want to know about Genya? You feel like Genya needs to do more damage? He does not. Genya is one of the best, I think. I can understand. I can understand the feeling like when you start doing Genya conversions, it's like, what is this? You know? Like, yeah, he's kind of stubby with his damage in base form. But you just have to learn his routes. He is like in base form, if you get like a light attack every time and you're spending about 3 bars, then you'll basically be doing like a 3-touch situation. Let's see. What's the highest damage in base form? What's the highest damage in base form? Off of a light starter? Alright, let me do some labbing. I messed up. This is gonna do like 32. I forgot to do my dive. You get a free dash off of the dive. That's important to know. It's also important to know your timing for these routes, which I do not. Because, say it with me, Sorryman's bad at the game. Alright, let me try some of my other ones. I think you can just... Haha! Well, that's 2 bars, and that's 33. Let me check my notes real quick. Did I put something for Genya? That's 33. 33 is where I usually kept out at 3 bars. Without using skills. See if I can command this. Don't get mad at me, chat. I don't play Genya. Not yet, anyway. I should probably set this to where I can see both the chat and the thing, just so I don't miss out on anything. Actually, I can pop this out, right? Okay, I can. Alright, cool. So this. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? How did I miss that? This works, I promise. Maybe I have to be lower. Okay, so that works for almost 34. That was 3 bar spend. How can you get more damage than that? That's a good question. And that might be above my pay grade. How can you get more damage than that? Well, I suppose you could... switch this out. I do light attacks, 1 hit into neutral skill, then dash up. 1 hit light, then down combo into grab. What you just described sounds impossible. I do up light attacks. If you say up light attacks, I assume you're talking about neutral skill. No. Like up combo into neutral skill. I do up light attacks, 1 hit to neutral skill. Like that one. No, that's a combo for real. And Crystal, did you see that message, by the way? I don't think Crystal saw that message. Let me see. Alright, so I'm gonna pull up to that chat and I'll mute the Discord so that there's no confusion. Let's see. Let me do this. Alright, after up light, dash up into neutral skill. It sounded like you said 1 light though. So, commercial skill, then dash up. One hit. Okay, so air one hit. Hmm. This route is weird. Up, light attacks, one hit, neutral skill, dash up, one light, down combo into grab. One light? How much damage is this gonna do? Because I feel like I'm working real hard. So chat, that was the combo? Did I do it on accident? None of what I did sounded like what you were describing. Wait, your phone's died. Let me know when it's. Was that it? Was this it? Just double air combo and then the grab for 34? Is this it, or is it a different route? I just wanted to confirm whether that was the first one you did. Was it? I don't even remember. This one? Twenty-one hits in total. That's such a weird link, though. Doing one hit into... What does one hit down combo mean? I feel like you're using the wrong terminology. Like... Are you saying this? Because this is just air combo. That's not up and down combo. That's just air combo. The dash it. Yeah, I can't speak for everyone. Like there's definitely occasions where they just pile on. How much damage is it supposed to do in total though? Do you know how much damage it's supposed to be doing? You still here? Wanted to know how much damage it was supposed to do. But on average, his damage really isn't bad. But like, he really shines once he gets boosted. Just making stuff up, he'll do good damage. All right. I am gonna attend a meeting, so I'm gonna call it for this stream. Let me know if you guys have any questions for the future. I'm gonna definitely do a stream tomorrow, but yeah, I'm gonna attend a meeting, business wise. So I'm gonna send y'all somewhere. Let's see. Oh, please. Alright, I'm gonna send y'all to this smaller streamer.